Dugas failed to maintain decorum and went on social media for days harassing and belittling EDC colleagues and members of the public.
Well, I will bring back to the office dignity, respect, integrity, trust, and hard work. I'll do everything the job calls for, and I will execute the duties of the county clerk's office faithfully. I'll fix the problems with the office and with city elections. I will be proactive in rebuilding employee morale and rebuilding relationships with city election administrators. Excuse me. And I'll rebuild relationships with any of the leaders in our community where this office has had a strained relationship with them. They need to know, city elections administrators, our leaders, need to know that the county will work with them, and I will work with them. The city elections administrators have had a very tough go of it with her in office. She has, of course, changed the entire way.
Board. At one point last night, Dugas read a statement and the mayor threatened to have her removed from the meeting if she didn't stop making personal attacks.
I'm Rhonda Dugas and I'm running for City Council Ward 4. I wanted to take a moment today just to remind all of us that, united we are strong, and together we can make an impact on the City of Grove's government. And electing the City Council is electing our government. The strength of all of us working together, we can change City Council into what you, the people, want. A City Council with integrity. A City Council that's trustworthy. A City Council that works for you. Today is the day that you can make Groves better. Today is the day that you can decide the future of Groves for your children, for your grandchildren, and this election will impact us 2 years, 10 years, maybe 15 years down the road. Today, I am asking you to vote for me, Rhonda Dugas, City Council Ward 4, and put me to work for you. Let's make a clean break of the past, and let's make a fresh, new start. The last thing I want to say is I just want to thank you. I thank you for watching this video. I thank you for voting for me. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless America, and God bless the City of Groves.
Pattern of threatening behavior and harassing comments from a city official and her son.
And yell. You will be removed from this meeting.
You better do it with handcuffs and arrest me. No.
Don't speak
Hey,
to our citizens.
hey, do not speak like that. You understand? You cannot talk to people like that. I can too.
Okay, guys.
You get out.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I ain't either.
Well, then shut up.
You shut up.
Guys.
I have never lied to you. I have never betrayed your trust. That's called freedom of speech.
3 attorneys. I'm going to sue Katie Zagiv for what she said against me on Facebook.
Please stop attacking the citizens.
You brought social media up
Please stop.
in this resolution. Every attorney told me that I cannot sue. She has protection and I have no protection under those lies. This is what you did.
Please stop.
You let them, but you won't let me have my say so. You won't let me
We're going to
have
move
my
on with this
freedom of
meeting.
speech, but you let everyone else have it.
Item 17, deliberate and act on.
We're going to have an investigation, and we're going to also have a forensic accountant come in. So if anything comes up, we're not allowed to.
None of you came and thanked me for that, so you're welcome. I am the whistleblower of Groves, and I'm your worst nightmare. I know your dirty little secrets, Born. I've had complaint after complaint about you
and your mafia gang. Criminals Katie Zgib, Canitas, McAdams.
Welcome to politics.
Kiss my ass.
Citizens have spoken.
In these seats. Ma'am, you will watch your mouth.
Oh, I am watching.
I'm going to ask you to stop what you're doing. You can speak your piece, but as I've instructed everyone else,
Oh, no.
no name calling
These
and no pointing
are
people out.
involved in it. Sidney Baden, you, others, Pete Canitas, they're all involved
Councilmember
in it.
Dugas, if you can't refrain from that, I
What are
will
you
have
gonna
you
do?
removed.
Okay, you better get the handcuffs and arrest me. And you better make those charges stick.
Exchanges at a Groves EDC meeting between the president and some of the board members are raising questions and concerns in the community. Some are asking whether the meetings are productive after portions of the last meeting erupted into chaos. KFDM's Jade Morrow investigates.
It's here at Wildflower Design and Events you'll find a unique twist on what you usually see at a floral shop. The owner, Katie Zgib, just opening in May. She's one of 4 new business owners who showed up at Grove's Economic Development Corporation meeting, seeking a grant reimbursement the city offers.
We applied for some grant funding so we could recoup some costs to have money to donate to other local projects, charities, sponsorships.
The grant pays back a business owner for approved expenses. One of several requirements is that a person representing the business must attend the EDC meeting when their application is reviewed, and Zgib did just that.
This is a really good meeting. It's supposed to be friendly.
But the meeting last Monday, September 23rd, quickly went south. Board member Sidney Baden claimed he didn't receive all necessary information until 2 in the morning pertaining to the grant applications of 9 people and didn't have time to review them.
Jennifer changed the application. It's very straightforward.
I know.
Advertisement, and I've gone through all of the invoices, every single applicant.
Groves EDC President Rhonda Dugas must have the agenda ready 72 hours prior to the meeting. She says she did, but that she had an abnormally busy weekend and it took longer than usual to get the supporting information to the board.
What?
I said maybe it should have been postponed.
The meeting continues, voices raised and many questions asked. It's Zgib's turn. She's there to represent her business, as well as a new bakery. And when questions arose about the application, she tried to clarify.
I don't need you to do that. Let me do my job.
Well, if you did, the rest of your committee wouldn't be so confused.
Okay, listen, if you're going to be contentious and rude, we're going to table all of this. Because I'm not going to allow you to stand up here.
I say, I make a motion that we let Mr. Osley take care of this adding and subtracting.
No.
Yes, I can.
You cannot adjourn the
Yes, I can.
without acting. We have a quorum, let's not let the act on the side.
Yes, I can. I can adjourn this. Then you need to mind your manners.
Let's do this.
No.
Don't speak.
Hey, do not speak like that. You understand? You cannot talk to people like that.
Why?
I can too.
Okay, guys.
You get out.
No, I'm not.
Well, I ain't either.
Well, then shut up.
You shut up.
Guys.
Dugas says she apologizes for losing her temper, but she told us it was months in the making.
Mr. Baden had made some cutting remarks towards me continually.
Dugas says she has a long history serving the Groves community, but claims there are city leaders who want her out of office, and she feels she has been treated unfairly because of it.
This seemed to be a planned attack against me.
An attack Dugas says she believes is politically motivated with the election of city council positions around the corner. Zgib's application was last. Questions were raised again. Dugas says prior to the meeting, she had a conversation with Zgib, telling her she couldn't read some of the invoices and that the numbers were wrong.
To say it was incorrect is not true. It was a correct application.
On your part?
Yes.
The florist telling us she noticed there were errors in the addition on the application. Now she's hoping for a better outcome next month when she returns to finish the process.
I really wish them the best. I want happiness and peace out of this situation.
Baden says he apologizes to the community. He says what's happened is not politically motivated. He says the EDC never had issues before Dugas was on the board, and he doesn't feel like she's the person cut out for the job. In Groves, I'm Jade Morrow reporting.
The city manager, Kevin Carruth, says this was not a normal situation. He says in the future, they'll take the necessary steps to make sure decorum is maintained at EDC meetings.
Voted 4-1 to kick former President Rhonda Dugas off the city's Economic Development Corporation board. She's held that job for 4 years. Leaders say their decision came amid mounting community pressure. Many were upset about Dugas's behavior during a recent EDC meeting. However, Dugas will keep her seat on the city council. 12 News reporter Ebony Coleman is with us live tonight in Groves. Ebony, we understand this all started after a Groves business owner claimed there were some inconsistencies in an EDC reimbursement application.
That's right, Jordan. Katie Zagig is the owner of Wildflowers Designs and Events here in Groves. I tried to talk to her, but she told me she is done with the situation. Apparently, so are city council members.
If you cannot contain yourself, you will be removed from this meeting.
You better do it with handcuffs and arrest me.
A conflict that left members of the Groves Economic Development Corporation divided has finally come to a head during a city council meeting Monday.
It's something that we thought really long and hard about. Ultimately, we wanted to do what was right for the EDC and for the citizens.
Groves Mayor Chris Bourne says in a 4-1 vote, council members decided to remove Rhonda Dugas from her seat as president of the EDC.
It was a kangaroo court. It was a violation of my freedom of speech, my civil rights.
The decision left Dugas frustrated. She says it all started when a Groves business owner submitted an application to the EDC to be reimbursed for thousands of dollars for new signs, landscaping, and security upgrades.
The numbers on the invoices did not add up. So I asked specifically, you put sales tax in the item numbers, and she said yes. And I said, well, we can't do that.
Dugas says she asked that owner to resubmit new invoices, but she never did. But Mayor Bourne says that's not true.
They were emailed at 2:00 a.m. the day of the meeting.
He says that left members with not enough time to prepare for that September 23rd meeting.
The idea that no one else on the board needed to look at the documents because she wanted them to take her word for it is an issue in itself.
That meeting led to a huge blow-up between Dugas and member Sydney Baden.
Now, I have apologized for my part.
Bourne says Baden has since resigned. Now, Mayor Bourne says the business's application will be reviewed by the board to see if any more funds are owed. He says they will work on replacing those 2 vacant seats for the EDC after the November election. I'm live in Groves. Ebony Coleman, 12 News.
Thanks, Ebony. A footnote on this. For now, Dugas gets to keep her seat on the city council, but she has 2 other challengers for that Ward 4 seat in the November election. The mayor and the Ward 2 council seat are also up for grabs in Groves, along with the city marshal job. So clearly a lot at stake. We'll be tracking it all this November at the polls.
Shop in Groves is keeping its doors locked during business hours in response to what it calls a pattern of threatening behavior and harassing comments from a city official and her son.
KFDM's Sydney Ferguson is in studio now with details on the back and forth and how politics play a part. Sydney?
Aaron, Kimberly, all of this started as a dispute between the Groves EDC president and councilwoman Rhonda Dugas and the owner of Wildflower Design and Events over an application the shop submitted to the EDC for grant funding. It has since devolved into a back and forth on social media that the shop says has everything to do with its support for Councilwoman Dugas's opponent in the race for her Ward 4 seat on council. Wildflower Design and Events in Groves is open, but the location is keeping its doors locked after an influx of negative comments.
It's been really nasty. It's not something that I would ever expect from a public, elected official from our city.
The flower shop owner says she's received comments about her weight and been called a liar and more by Ward 4 Councilwoman Rhonda Dugas and her son on Facebook. Katie Zagig believes the conflict stems from her business's support of Dugas's opponent in the race for her seat on council.
Some businesses have avoided this by not having their endorsement made public until after they had received their EDC funding. They're scared to endorse another candidate for fear of retaliation against their businesses.
Dugas says the back and forth on Facebook began with Zagaib making comments about her, and that Zagaib has made aggressive comments herself.
She said I defrauded 3 banks and the IRS. And that simply isn't true. That's slander.
But Zagaib's post wasn't made until after Dugas posted about a conflict with the flower shop at an EDC meeting. Dugas says she's always supported the businesses in Groves and that no one has any reason to fear retaliation from her for their political views. She says Zagaib is trying to interfere with the Groves election.
She can influence the election by making it look as if I am attacking her for her political views, and I don't care what her political views are.
Dugas says she doesn't believe anyone has harassed Zagaib's friends and family, or that her son's comments, some having a sexual nature, constitute harassment.
It's Facebook, it's public, and my son is on a boat. What is he going to do?
Zagaib says she'd just like for the posts about her and her business from Dugas and her son to stop.
If someone is a public political figure, they should not be attacking citizens on Facebook in this manner. It's just uncalled for.
I posted on my own page under my own name. I did not tag her. That's called freedom of speech.
City Manager Kevin Carruth says repercussions for Dugas include removing her from her position on council by citizens in the election or removal from the EDC board at council's discretion. However, he says he wasn't at the EDC meeting where this original conflict started.
Hello everybody, my name is Rhonda Dugas and I'm running for City Council Ward 4. There's my son. I wanted to make a little video, introduce myself to you, give you kind of an overview so that you have a little something to, a little more knowledge of me. First of all, I want to tell, first of all, I want you to know I've got notes here, and I've got my notes here so that I can stay on track and not take up more time than I need to with information I give you. I am a constitutional conservative patriot. I have been a constitutional conservative patriot my whole life, and that's the way I'm going to stay. I believe that Groves, Texas is a conservative, Christian, patriotic community. I am also a mother. I believe in God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and His Bible. I am a resident of Groves for 14 years, and I moved to Groves after a little thing called Hurricane Rita, where 3 trees fell on my house, and after that, you know, there was basically nothing left. So we found a place here in Groves, and I have enjoyed living here ever since. I have been attending city council meetings for over 2 years, and when I wasn't attending them in person, I was going to the website and looking through agendas and minutes to the meetings. And then, of course, you know, there's those conversations you have with people you know or your neighbors or something. They say, hey, did you know blah, blah, blah? And you go, no, I didn't. Tell me more. So I have been keeping up with city business a lot. Also, I am on the Parks Committee. That is a good meeting to go to if you want to learn a lot about Groves. It's after the regular meeting. It's on after the regular city council meeting. It's after that, but we haven't had one since the virus. But I miss them. They're really good meetings. Now that's just a little bit of overview. I want to be respectful of your time and not take up more of it than I need to with this video. I hope you've had an opportunity to read 2 things that I posted. One was Beaumont Enterprise asked me 3 questions, and I believe I posted the questions and the answers, but if you'll scroll down, you'll be able to find it. And also, Barbara sent me an email and I answered a question she asked. It's kind of a lengthy read, but it is a good read, and it it gives you an idea about what I think and how I feel about some things. Also, I want to go over with you now what kind of a city council member I would make. I want you to know that, first of all, I would never use my position for financial gain. I've seen it done. I've heard it done by being there, and I would not use my position for that. I'm not there to make money off of you or off of my position. I'm there to represent the people in Ward 4 and the City of Groves, but I'm there to represent you and do the very best I can using our tax money. Also, I want you to know I would be very honest with you about our city business. I would provide you with documents and relevant information that's on the agenda so that you can know what I know. And I would also research items on the agenda. I would research them and make sure I have all the information I need in order to make a decision and a vote. I want you to know that I will not disappear after you hire me and vote me into office. I will not disappear. You know, so often you vote someone into office and then you don't hear from them again until they want your vote to vote them back into office. And I don't do that. I would not be that way. I would be very visible to you, and I would be a presence on Facebook with a Facebook page specifically for as a city council member, Ward 4, I would have a Facebook page and I would post regular videos, documents. You could ask questions. You could make comments. We could have a running dialogue, which, that just isn't done. And we need a new way, a new avenue with city council members where there's communication, and a lot of it. Between the citizens and the city council members. Let's see, what else? Okay. Like I said, on my Facebook page for city council, you can post, your questions, your comments, and I would post my videos and get feedback from you. I want you to know that the way I think about the position as city council, Ward 4, I believe that it belongs to the people. It is not owned by anybody. I don't care how long you've been there. You don't own that position. It's owned by the citizens, and they decide whether or not to rehire you. And in this case, I'm hoping you will decide to hire me. But it is not a possession of anyone that fills that seat. Now, I would work it, of course, and whoever else you hire would work it, but it belongs to the people. And so many times, people you hire forget that. You vote for, forget that. But I won't. I want you to know that. I will be fair, honest, and treat everyone equal with the people of Groves and also businesses. I've seen and know of things that have been done to business owners and businesses, and it was because somebody on the city council got a bee in their bonnet and treated them just horribly and their business. And we're fortunate. We are very fortunate that people want to bring their business here. So let's treat them right, and let's be thankful we have them. That is at 7 minutes and 30-something seconds, so I will kind of close with this. I hope your week is wonderfully blessed, you and your family. I want to thank you for watching this video. I know it's taken up a little bit of your time, and I'm very appreciative of that. I also want to tell you that I will be making more videos and going through a little bit more in depth about different things. there's things I know and I've seen and I've observed, and I don't really know how to say it. Just because I want to do it the right way. So I will be making more videos, and I hope you will watch them. I would certainly be very grateful if you did. I want to tell you that God bless you. God bless your family. God bless Groves. God bless the United States of America. Are we not fortunate to live here, or what? And with that, I will bid you a good night and a goodbye.
Ordinance number 2020-10. An ordinance canvassing returns and declaring results of the election held on the 3rd day of November 2020 in the city of Groves. Whereas under and by virtue of an ordinance duly passed by the City Council of the City of Groves on July 6, 2020, an election was held in said city on the 3rd day of November 2020 for the purpose of electing a mayor for a 2-year term, a council member in Ward number 2 for a 2-year term, a council member in Ward number 4 for a 2-year term, and a city marshal for a 2-year term. And it appearing from the tabulation of said election returns, the following candidates for mayor received the number of votes set opposite their respective names, to wit: Chris Bourne, 3,286 votes; Karen Tice, 2,262. And it appearing from the tabulation of said election returns, the following candidates for council member in Ward number 2 received the number of votes set opposite their respective names, to wit: Paul Oliver, 2,416, Jeremy Young, 2,185. And appearing from tabulation of the returns, the following candidates for council member in Ward number 4 received the number of votes set opposite their respective names, to wit: Rhonda Dugas, 2,556, Kyle Hollier, 2,258. And it appearing from the tabulation of said returns that the following candidates for city marshal received the number of votes set opposite their names, to wit: Norman Reynolds Jr., 3,578, Tommy Smith, 1,645. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Groves that said election also resulted in the election of Chris Bourne to the office of mayor, Paul Oliver to the office of council member in Ward number 2, Rhonda Dugas to the office of council member in Ward number 4, and Norma Reynolds Jr. to the office of city marshal. Each shall hold his office or her office for a period of 2 years, or until their successor shall have duly qualified.
Make a motion that we accept these election returns.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of ordinance 2020-10 for the general election. Any questions or comments over that? Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Baden.
Aye.
Councilmember Bourne.
Aye.
Councilmember Tice.
Aye.
For the approval of ordinance 2020-10. Item 7A will be administer the oath of office to our newly elected officials, the mayor, Ward number 2 and Ward number 4 council members, and our city marshal. And if you would, Mr. Black. Would each of you like to come down to the front line and being sworn? That's Ms. Dugas, if you'll step up here. This side, ourselves here, sworn, here. Put you over here, Marshall. And who is Paul up there? Why don't you sit over here this morning? Okay. All right. Here, whose number is it? Your 2? I know you. And Marshall. That's it. Understood. If each of you will raise your right hand and repeat after me, and as I stop, if you will state your name, and then we'll go through and all recite the oaths together. I,
Chris Bourne.
Paul Oliver.
I, Rhonda Dugas.
I, Norman Reynolds. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will faithfully execute the duties.
That I will faithfully execute the duties.
Of the office of.
Mayor.
Ward 2. Council member, Ward number 2.
Council member Ward 4.
Grove City Marshal. Of the City of Groves, and the State of Texas.
The City of Groves and the State of Texas.
Will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States.
Constitution and laws of the United States.
And of this state.
And of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Amen.
I know.
Your drawer's stocked and ready, son. Good job.
You're official.
I'm official.
Give your phone number out.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Brad. Brad.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll be retiring March 31st, 2023 from the City of Groves after 20 years of service, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I just wanted to make sure that that was well publicized and out in the open. March 31st, 2023 I'll be my retirement date.
Dean, thank you for all your years of service. Have any other council member comments?
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Groves. City council members tonight unanimously voted to part ways with longtime city manager D.E. Sosa. It happened in an open meeting that wrapped up around 7 o'clock, followed a special meeting requested by Councilwoman Rhonda Dugas. Now, as for the reason, no one's coming clean on exactly why this all unfolded just days before Christmas. 12 News reporter Simona Barca was the only TV reporter there in council chambers as it all went down. Simona?
Jordan, D.E. Sosa wants to make things clear. He says he was not terminated. He says he's retiring, and the council voted to accept a separation agreement.
Councilmember Oliver.
Aye.
Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Motion passes.
In a special city council meeting, Grove City Council voted unanimously to part ways with longtime city manager D.E. Sosa. The reason? That's still in the dark.
A series of events. I can't really talk about them. But Mr. Sosa offered us a package, and we negotiated, and we came up with a separation.
After the meeting, even Sosa declined to say what happened.
A city manager is only as good as the people that have trust and have confidence in him. And if you lose the trust and confidence of even one council member, okay, then you really need to you need to look and see if you really need to stay here any longer.
City Council also voted to hire Fire Chief Lance Bio as interim city manager.
We need a smooth transition on this, and I think it fell on my shoulders, and I just got to do my best to fill in some big shoes.
Despite the circumstances, residents and city council members showed their support for Sosa and his nearly 2 decades of service. Others voicing their frustration with how everything was handled.
I would like y'all to take a long look in the mirror and figure it out, because Dee's spent 20 years here giving everything he's got.
As he's heading out, Sosa says he's happy to help the incoming city manager however he can.
I will be here to help Lance anytime I can. He's got my phone number, and I may not be in the city manager's office, but I'm always available to whoever the city manager may be.
Mayor Christopher Bourne says they will now start the process of finding a new city manager. Interim city manager Bio tells me he has no plans to apply for the permanent position. I'm Simona Barca, 12 News.
I understand that Mr. Bourne, the mayor, asked that these items not be put on this agenda. I understand that. I understand your position. But, however, I did send the email. There was a second, and those items should have been put on the agenda, regardless of whether the mayor is here or not. We could have had a motion, a second, and tabled them until 13th of February. Thing is, I had asked Mr. Monk about it. And in section 8 procedure, it says the city council shall determine its own rules and order of business. So I went to the procedure book, and the procedure book is where we get the information that, that two council members, at least two council members, have to agree to an item being put on the agenda. And that is a procedure book that we follow. Is that right, Mr. Monk?
Correct.
Okay, and we follow all of it. We're all, responsible for it. So if the city council in, January 28th, 2002 determined that that's what's needed, then it should be followed. Whether the mayor agrees or wants the item on there or not, we could have just tabled it, but at least it would have been on there. Two items, would have been on there.
Ms. Dugas, I apologize, that's my fault.
No, it's not. It's not your fault.
I was just doing what I was asked to do, and I didn't get any response from anybody. I was asking for a response and I did not get one, so I did not know what to do, so I just tabled it to the next agenda is what I did.
Right.
And I apologize for the mistake.
It's not your fault. I know the position you're in. That's what I mean. Okay. I didn't respond to it because I had already asked, it had already been seconded. I was preparing for a trial that I had to be at on January 26th, the next day. So my time was a little bit short in between there. And I just wanted to bring out that regardless of whether the mayor or any of us agree to having something on the agenda or say we're going to be out of town, it needs to go ahead and be put on the agenda, follow the procedure. And then during the discussion, well, so-and-so's not here, can we table it until the next agenda? That's what I'm bringing out. Is that correct? Am I right or am I wrong? Or
I believe you're correct on the procedure.
okay, that's what I mean. Am I right on the procedure? Okay. So it definitely, those two items definitely need to be on there for February 13th.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. Just to make sure it's followed correctly. I mean, I have to follow it, so does everybody else.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Dugas, any other comments? Okay, no other comments, so I'd like to thank everybody.
The two items, F and G. I had asked that they be scheduled on the previous previous city council. And we were told that you, Mr. Bourne, had asked that they be put off until this city council because you were out of town.
I did, yes.
Yes, but that is not in the charter. It is not in the ordinances, and it is not in the procedure book that is the right way to do. We could have gone ahead and put it on the city council agenda, and we could have tabled it until you had gotten back in town.
Understood, and I believe Mr. Vio has already taken responsibility for that and
It's
been
not
reprimanded.
no, it's not Mr. Vio.
Oh, are you blaming me for it?
Yes, I am, because you're the one that asked that it be done, and all he did.
I'm allowed to ask,
You can
and I
ask.
said,
Yes,
Mr. Vio,
but it is
I would like
not.
to ask council
It
to
is
move it to
not
another
in
meeting.
the charter, it is not in the procedure, it is not in the ordinance. So it should have been allowed to be put on the agenda.
I never
We could have
did allow
tabled
it. I never said, don't put it on there. I said, ask
You're
council
blaming
if they will.
Vio, and he's an interim city manager. He's new at this. He didn't know. It is not his fault.
Okay. Mr. Vio, did I tell you not to put that on the agenda?
No, sir. I asked if anybody had any opposition.
You don't have to explain anymore. We're good.
No,
You've
not
already
exactly.
taken your reprimand.
No. He has not been reprimanded at all. Maybe by you, but not by me.
Well, go ahead.
But you should.
Reprimand him. He's sitting right there.
Stop it. It is not a laughing matter when you violate, when you don't go by the ordinances, the charter, or the procedure. It's not funny.
Are you accusing me of
The
something?
next time
Are you
this-
accusing me of something?
The next time this happens, I would like things to be put on the agenda. We can table it until you get back in town.
I never asked him not to put it on there. I asked him to ask council.
You're so good at passing the buck to Mr. Vio, but he did not know any better.
He sent out an email saying, please, please.
I know not to, you
Hey.
can't tell me not to,
Order, both of y'all.
okay? I'm a citizen.
Contain yourself, Mr. Bateman, please.
Oh, shit.
I was allowed to ask a question. I did. He sent out an email asking you for your response. You did not respond.
No.
He made a decision.
I responded when I asked that it be put on the agenda, and a second was done. It should have been put on the agenda regardless of what anybody else asked, because that's the procedure.
So are you accusing me of something? Is there a formal complaint or a file to be charged? What would you like to do?
I don't know if there is.
What would
then we
appease you,
should.
Miss Dugas? What would appease you? What would make you happy in this
For you to
situation?
do what, look, I'm not the one that wanted to subvert the charter in the first place, but I would like things to be done the way they're supposed to be done. I have to do it that way. I'm held accountable. Why isn't anybody else?
Any other council member comments?
We have an EDC meeting after.
We have 2 public hearings and an EDC meeting. Being no other comments, I have to excuse myself. I got another meeting. Meeting in Mr. McAdams' hands. And you can send me the video.
I'm sorry, I have to go to
Okay,
have a meeting also.
all right.
I have to be at.
Well, we have customer service and special items, so we got through 95%. But we still have a quorum.
Yeah, we can send them the link to the.
Okay. Customer service, this is the water billing. We have 2.5 people, well, 2 full-time, 2 part-time people, budgeted. We have 2 part-time or 2 full-time people and 1 part-time person hired. So we're looking for a part-timer, with cash handling experience and customer service relations experience would be a big plus. The city clerk would be recommending anyone else she knows from Walmart. We'd be very happy to. Because the one she sent us, Mona, is fantastic.
Can I say something before I leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but I work for my money.
Yes, ma'am.
And I feel like if we're gonna give the employees a 3% raise, that we don't need to take away money from city council.
Yeah.
I work very much, very hard.
Okay. Customer service, so that's the water billing clerks.
The minutes do not, is this on? The minutes do not reflect what was said in the meeting on the 22nd. This has nothing to do with Ms. Thibodeau. She always does her work very, very well. But these are lies that were printed in here because they were perpetuated by Chris Bourne, the acting mayor, who lied against me in that meeting, and those lies were put on the minutes. And so these minutes should be either redone or they should be amended in some way. Because this is not true. And my comments I made at the end under councilman comments were not put on here either.
Would you like to submit a list of things you would like the council, the minutes to reflect?
Sure, and I will do it after the meeting.
Council people, I'm Roy Falcon. I reside at 6600 Val Street here in Rose. And I'm out here this evening to give y'all some opinions and views from concerned citizens. We've gotten together and put together some thoughts that I'd like to express them to y'all. Good evening. We, along with all the Grove citizens, are here to express our gratitude and our support to Lance Beal. Lance has put his life on the line for our community for over 26 years. He also graciously accepted the position he is now in as our interim city manager. Lance took on this role out of love for the community. He willingly put his position as fire chief here in Rhodes, which is where he works with a passion. He put it on hold with his community, the city employees, and you, the city council and mayor. I was here tonight, the night that he was appointed, and I was all in favor of his appointment because I've known this young man since he was a child. He's a man of high morals, high integrity. He was also unanimously chosen by each of you. We want everyone to know how much we appreciate his dedication to our city and commend him for the amazing job he is doing. With that being said, we're all aware that Lance was spoken to at the last council meeting in a manner which he did not deserve. In our opinion, as a group and citizen, it was disrespectful. Even if a mistake was made, which it wasn't, no one should have been spoken to in this manner. It was very unprofessional, and of course it was unwarranted. Myself, along with all these citizens present, and many who could not be here, would like to be public and written and immediate apology to Lance Beal. If this does not happen, there could be other steps that we would approach. Perhaps even considering a recall. In closing, we also want to know that we absolutely love the new mural that's painted on the side of the activity center. I view it every morning as I pass by. When I go to church for the food, we come back, go eat breakfast, and we come out activity center and we see it. We watch the progress. There are a lot of comments made. The design is perfect, and we know people from all around will want to come see it and take pictures in front of it with their families, perhaps. It definitely adds to the beauty of our city. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Falcon. Any other citizen comments?
I will not be leaving my position for any recall petition. If you want to start one, you go right ahead, but you're going to fail. And I am.
Please, contain yourself.
And I am here to do a job, and I do my job, and I do it well. And when the city charter is violated and requests are not put on the agenda when they are done by the charter, I have every right to say something about it, whether anyone likes it or not. But I serve the people of this city. I do not serve any one person. I'm not a good old boy. I'm not the patriarchal politics. I am far from that because the people, this city, and the money this city has to deal with is my priority. The people have my heart, my soul, everything. I work for them the way they've never seen a council person work. And I'm not going anywhere. So go ahead, start your petition. Okay, this is my Bible. This is what I do every day. It's my Bible. And I want you to know I'm placing my hand on this Bible, and I want every single person in this city to know I have never lied to you. I have never betrayed your trust, and I have never deceived you in anything I've ever done on city council. Now that may not mean much to you, but it does to me. And I want you to know that as I listen to everything you said, some of it, I just wanted to hug you and tell you, I do my most excellent work for you. So I want you to know how serious I am about this. This is not fun and games for me. I'm here to do a job and do it well, and I do that. That's all I have to say.
Any other council member comments? All right.
Yes.
My question is, I've not had time to look over everything for this application or any of the other applications. I hate that this happened. I didn't receive this email for all this till 2:22 this morning, and I haven't had time to go around and check everything. I'm sure it's pretty much in line. But I would like to ask the other council members, they've had time to look at all this, and anybody has time to inspect it, everything that was done.
Jennifer's application is very straightforward.
I'm asking the other council members a question, please.
Right. Jennifer changed the application. It's very straightforward.
I know it.
Advertising, and I've gone through all of the invoices, every single applicant. I've gone through every single invoice, every single receipt to present it to.
I'm not questioning what you've done. I'm just questioning that if all the other council members are okay with it, because they didn't. I'm sorry. Thank you for your correction. I'm used to the EDC members.
I kind of agree that I haven't been, that's why I haven't really been, I've been looking through this stuff. Is there any way we can get this sooner?
Well, this has been an unusual weekend and an unusual week. And I always have the agenda in as per the Open Meeting Act, 72 hours before the meeting, which means it's posted on the website by noon Friday before the meeting Monday, just as the city council agenda is done the exact same way. And this was, like I said, a very unusual weekend. It doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
Normally I have the email out by Friday, but due to a lot of activity with emailing businesses and getting receipts together and invoices together and things like that, it came down to a longer period of time before I could get the email out. But you have the agenda to look at. And what I do is go through every single number on every single receipt and make sure that whatever I put on this agenda and ask them for reimbursement is true and correct.
My question was, I did not have time to go through it and look at it and add up numbers. I was asking if the other EDC members at the time, are they okay with it? And then you said that according to the supposed to have 72 hours on the agenda. The agenda was not out Friday.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I did not receive an email Friday. Did you put it in your paper?
The agenda is posted on the city website as it has been for the last 15 years.
Okay, with these other items added?
Here.
With the last items?
So the website.
I understand, but were these other items on there?
What?
Were the other items on there that you added today?
I haven't added any items to the agenda.
I think we're conflating two different things. We're talking about the agenda versus the supporting the documentation for the agenda items.
Yeah.
I understand that, but still at 2:22 this morning, when I got the email, how do I have time to do this when I have a job to do too? It should always come down on Friday. If it didn't have enough time, it didn't have enough time. I'm for all these businesses, but I don't want to be, I don't want to be the one that is subject to approve something and something happened that's wrong. I think a few meetings ago, we found a minor error in something. I mean, it's just a minor error. I understand all that, but this is 9 items. That's
what I do. I make sure that what is sent to put on the agenda meets the requirements and people follow the rules, then the guidelines that are set forth in the EDC. That's why.
Well, maybe,
To be clear, the agenda was timely posted. I think Ms. Rose is correct. You received some receipts and things that were later than when the agenda was posted.
yeah, but I understand that. I do understand that, but I'm saying at 2:22 in the morning, it's kind of hard to go over everything like we normally get to go over.
Like I said, this was an unusual weekend. It doesn't happen
Maybe it should have
very
been
often.
postponed.
What?
I said maybe it should have been postponed.
What?
The grants, if you didn't
No.
have time to get it together until,
No, that's not what I said.
I
The
didn't say you
agenda
said
was
it. I
posted.
said,
The agenda was posted according to the law. All you had to do was go to the website and look for the agenda. It has its own tab at the top.
I understand that. But you did not present the receipts and stuff to us until 2:22 a.m. this morning.
Okay, like I said, this was an unusual weekend. It was an extremely busy one, and I was working with the business owners to get all of the receipts together. Now, the agenda was posted. I knew what they were going to have. Otherwise, I would not have put that on here. I would not put their information on here if I did not know what they were going to ask for, if I didn't have the correct totals. But the receipts had a little bit of a problem. So I worked with the business owners and not against them.
I'm not
to get the
working against them.
information.
Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not working against them. I'm working to be right in
Well, they
what
are.
we're doing.
Everything, and
That's your word.
Did you read the email? All you had to do was.
That
read
was
the
your
email.
words, that you had
Did you
everything
read
right.
the
I haven't
email?
checked the numbers.
Did you read the email?
Yes.
The email is very self-explanatory.
I have it.
It tells you every single item, what is involved in every item. What they're getting for advertising, what they're getting for landscaping, how much money they've already received, how much money they have left to be used on their request.
Okay,
The information
can I
is
ask
there.
a question? Just because I'm not sure, but those receipts that we were sent to whatever this morning, are they in here too?
Yes.
Okay, because I keep
The
looking for,
last two receipts that came in, I got them, what time was it? It was this afternoon.
32 o'clock.
Yes, but they are, but the.
I got
application
those.
is here.
I got those, but I don't show the other ones with my stuff. Maybe I'm just the only one missing them.
I don't have any receipts.
There's no receipts on any of this.
Tells us what it is. It tells us what
Well,
we're
it's
doing.
it's in her emails.
But yeah,
Receipts
well,
are in
I
her
couldn't
email.
read
And
the email and get to
PDF.
work. Yeah, I mean, I
And a
apologize.
PDF.
I understand,
And
but
what I do is I take every receipt that's pertaining to that particular request. I take it, I print it up, I put it in a PDF along with the application, I scan it. I print it, I scan it, I put it in a PDF along with the application, and so when it goes to the board in an email, the PDF is complete with all of the information you need.
okay. And I understand that. That's why I'm asking is because in getting that at 2:00 this morning, I waited up till 10:30, nothing was there. So I went to bed. I didn't check it till I got to work this morning. I didn't have time to look at those. So I'm trying to look for them here and I didn't find them. So it's
Melissa
hard to.
doesn't print the receipts. She prints the application. Did she print the application?
Yeah.
Well, I thought we had gotten receipts
So
before.
she prints the application and the receipts are in the email along with the
Is
application.
there any way to get the receipts with these when we come in? For instance, is there any way to get the receipts in the future?
Well, yeah, she can print all of that up, but I don't ask her to because it's very bulky.
Yeah, and I can understand that. It's just like you said, this circumstance demanded time for you to send them at 2:00 in the morning. Nobody's had time to look at them. So we were hoping that they would be in this so that we could have something to go off of. You know, I mean, we're voting on it. So that's.
Well, you know, Mr. Baden, you sat up here for 18 years and you voted on yes on
Okay,
everything. And
why are we getting into Mr. Baden? I'm asking a question.
there were tens of thousands of dollars that went out from the EDC that didn't even go with the guidelines. These are very small requests. They're not
Talking about
big.
today.
They're average.
I'm just asking a question about today.
Yeah. And I told you, this was an unusual weekend. It was very busy
Well-
and I was working with the business
You know,
owners.
we have places that we have rules.
There are problems with the invoices.
We have rules where we can ask for a special meeting if we need one. Okay? If you didn't have enough time, you could have asked.
I had enough time to get the agenda in. The agenda is in. If you can't read an email, I don't know what to tell you, but. even
Ma'am,
though
I can read. You understand? Don't call me ignorant.
Two.
Do you understand that?
Emails sent to me. Doesn't matter what time they come in, I read them.
Let's back up and take a breath. Okay. In all due respect, all due respect. With no receipts here, for me to look at because.
She never puts the receipts.
Well,
Never.
I understand that. But with the receipts coming in late.
No, there were only two. Now, this weekend I worked through with the receipts, but today only two came to me.
Well, with all due respect, I'm asking that the receipts be accompanied with this, especially if an email is going to come in late. I worked all day. It's like a lot of people. We work all day. We get off at 5.
Well, if you want Clarissa to print up all the receipts, she can. But I have asked her in the past not to because it's so much paper, so many pages, and you get it in an email.
I wasn't able to read these.
Also, if you read the paper and it says this, it gives us time to call and ask for that receipt. What was that receipt exactly for?
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean,
For what?
I can call Clarissa and ask her what the receipt was. What did it pertain? Was it a full sign? Was it this? Was it that? But I mean, this just gives us a dollar figure. It was for a sign, a dollar figure for this.
It's in your email. It's in your email in a PDF in your email.
Yes, ma'am. I opened it. I don't have time. Did not have time from 2:20 this morning. I'm sorry. I'll stay up all night next time. See if I can do it.
I said this was a specific period of time.
And I'm saying you could have called for an extra meeting.
Call for an extra meeting.
We could have asked for it. We could have.
I don't need to. All of the information is here. It's all legal. It's all correct.
I think we need to move.
There's a motion on the floor.
I have one more question, please. From the agenda that we got, it says we were gonna go over item 1 through 6, introduction items, and items 7 through 9 are usual business items, but that we have one item that refers to the EDC guidelines for consideration, but it's not on this agenda. Like, it's on this email that we got, but it's not on this agenda.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I didn't see it. You might want to point it out to me. So we're gonna vote on. Okay, that we're gonna vote on that after we vote to do these items?
We have, item 10 through 16. Then we discuss and vote on item 17. Then we have 18 and 19.
Okay.
Because those two applications, have submissions for promotions.
Okay, so we're gonna vote on that and then vote on those other two items, correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, just clarify.
I have to know.
Yeah, I was just looking for it to be in that front part, because it was listed that way here, so.
Well, item 17 in the email states what it is.
Yes, ma'am. I was reading the part above that. On the email. So. We're fine. I just wanted to clarify where that was.
Oh, okay. You thought it was something different.
I thought it was gonna be like, we did that before we did all this voting or something.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's just an introductory, paragraph.
Okay.
I'm beginning of this.
Okay.
Because these two applications have promotional items, and in talking to Mr. Osley, it was decided that the board needs to discuss it and vote on it, because we haven't covered promotional items. And it's promotional fees, like pecan booth festival, pecan festival booth, that kind of thing. And it's,
Is that paying for what?
Yeah, we'll get that.
Yeah, we got a
will
motion
get
on
there.
the floor.
Yeah. I seconded it, so we already approved it. It's already been approved. I seconded it. He made the motion.
Yeah, a motion and a second. Yes, ma'am. You're right.
okay. Okay, are there any questions about which one is it? I can do it. Very straightforward. In fact, her total came to 37. You know, Mr. Baden, you sat up here for 18 years and you voted on yes on every point. And
Why are we getting into Mr. Baden? I'm asking a question.
there were tens of thousands of dollars that went out from the EDC that didn't even go with the guidelines. These are very small requests. They're not
Talking about
big.
today.
They're average.
I'm just asked a question about today.
Yeah. And I told you, this was an unusual weekend. It was very busy, and
Well,
I was working with the business
You know,
owners.
we have places that we have rules.
There are problems with the invoices.
We have rules where we can ask for a special meeting if we need one. Okay? If you didn't have enough time, you could have asked.
I had enough time to get the agenda in. The agenda is in. If you can't read an email, I don't know what to tell you, but.
Ma'am, I can read. You understand? Don't call me ignorant.
Two.
Do you understand that?
Emails sent to me. Doesn't matter what time they come in, I read them.
Let's back up and take a breath. Okay. In all due respect, Rhonda, all due respect. With no receipts here for me to look at because.
She never approves the receipts,
Well,
never.
I understand that. But with the receipts coming in late.
No, there were only two. Now, this weekend I worked through with the receipts, but today only two came to me.
Well, with all due respect, I'm asking if the receipts be accompanied with this, especially if an email is going to come in late. I worked all day. It's like a lot of people. We work all day. We get off at 5 people.
Well, if you want Clarissa to print up all the receipts, she can. But I had asked her in the past not to because it's so much paper, so many pages, and you get it in an email.
I wasn't able to read these.
Also, if you read the paper and it says this, it gives us time to call and ask for that receipt. What was that receipt exactly for?
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean,
For what?
I can call Clarissa and ask her what the receipt was. What did it pertain? Was it a full sign? Was it this? Was it that? But I mean, this just gives us a dollar figure. It was for a sign, a dollar figure for this.
It's in your email. It's in your email in a PDF in your email.
Yes, ma'am. I opened it. I don't have time. Did not have time from 2:20 this morning. I'm sorry. I'll stay up all night next time. See if I can do it.
I said this was a specific period of time.
And I'm saying you could have called for an extra meeting.
Call for an extra meeting.
We could have asked for it. We could have.
I don't need to. All of the information is here. It's all legal. It's all correct.
I think we need to move.
There's a motion on the floor.
I have one more question, please. From the agenda that we got, it says we were gonna go over item 1 through 6. introduction items and items 7 through 9 are usual business items, but that we have one item that refers to the EDC guidelines for consideration, but it's not on this agenda. But it's on this email.
Her application, because I've got it worked down in her categories.
No, give me a minute here.
What you're giving the rest of the committee is incorrect.
No, it is not. What I'm giving them is correct.
It is not. Actually, she has exterior signage. She has 3 bakery signs that were made.
Hey, hold on a minute. If you'll, wait a minute. The signage we have not gotten to yet, and that is $150. I've already talked to Emily about that.
Excuse me, but I'm trying to have her application to help you so we can all.
I don't need you to do that. Let me do my job.
Well, if you did, the rest of your committee wouldn't be so confused.
Okay, listen, if you're going to be contentious and rude, we're going to table all of this. Because I'm not going to allow you to stand up here.
I say, I'll make a motion that we let Mr. Osley take care of this adding and subtracting.
No.
Yes, I can.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
No, we cannot do that.
Yes, I can.
We have an open
Yes, I
agenda
can.
item.
No.
We have to
Yes,
act
I
on this
can.
item.
They do it at city council.
We have to act on this item. We have a quorum present. We're gonna act on this item. We cannot adjourn.
Yes, I can.
Without acting. We have a quorum present. We have to act on this item.
Yes, I can. I can adjourn this. Then you need to mind your manners.
Let's do this.
No.
Don't speak
Hey,
for our citizens.
Hey, do not speak like that. You understand? You cannot talk to people like that. I can too.
Okay, guys.
You get out.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I ain't either.
Well, then shut up.
You shut up.
Guys, please, this isn't necessary. This isn't
You
necessary.
have been
No,
in trouble and making problems just because you think you can.
no, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
ask
do.
questions.
If there's a
Yes,
board
we
member
do.
that's willing to make a motion to table, I think that'd be welcomed by everyone at this point.
I'll make a
Some
motion.
businesses trying to get their checks.
I'll make a motion that we, is everybody else all right with that or no?
I really don't want people to have to wait for that.
Okay,
Has
then I'm
all
not
of
gonna
the
make that
correct
motion.
information in it. All of the correct invoices, all of the correct information in it. The PDF has that. The only thing that was added was this one particular, Avery that I got today.
Okay,
Because
can we
they
hear,
found it.
from the applicant, please?
She's not the applicant, Emily is.
She's representing the applicant.
Well,
Emily, she has
this
a funeral.
is the information. We're going by,
I understand.
the agenda
I'd like to
and
hear from the applicant. And I'm sorry you're going through this, ma'am. I
My
really am.
application's gonna be completely worse because there's so much left off of my application.
no, it wasn't. No, it was not. No, it was not.
Go ahead, what you wanted to state, please.
So presenting for Emily, she had for advertising as Letha added the stickers for $112.50, labels for $29.42,
Go slow for me. I'm
Yeah.
slow riding. What was the
Just
second
circle
one?
it.
$29.42. Business cards for $71.42.
Look, this is her application.
Please be quiet while she's talking.
These are her invoices.
Go ahead, man. We're listening to you.
Level insurance for $180. And she had an additional shipment of shirts for $78. And that all goes under the advertisement budget of $2,500 per year. In addition to that, she had security cameras at $32.46 written on her application and planter box with flowers for
The camera is
$190.
not allowed. It is an inside camera.
And then on
We'll discuss
signage,
that. We'll discuss that.
she had $162.38 written on her application. And I just wanted to make sure all of this information was received since we're both representing her while she's at a funeral.
Okay. I'll add this up.
Yes.
We'll come up to a resolution.
This is her application. It's in my hand and these are the invoices. The only one to add is the Avery one that I got today. Emily sent it to me
There was
today.
one missing. I missed. It was between the 32.46 and the 162. What was that?
That was the 190 for the planter boxes.
190 for the planter boxes.
$190 for the planter boxes is
And that was,
$76.
that's
because it's
considered,
40%
that's under
of
what?
That's exterior.
It's exterior, right? And then the camera is
The
inside.
camera is an inside camera. It is not an outside camera. It isn't acceptable on the application.
Was,
Here's the $90. And it's 76, 40% is 76.
So the $90 for what?
Excuse me, the 190 for the planter.
So
That's
security cameras,
landscaping, it's 40%.
Okay,
you're saying security cameras are not included?
It is not a security camera, it
Okay,
is an
please.
inside camera.
I'm speaking nicely to you, please.
It is an inside camera, it is not an outside camera, that's what
Okay.
Emily told me today.
Okay, I understand that.
So it's not in the agenda.
Is
On the agenda.
security cameras allowed?
They're allowed at 40%.
Does it state inside or outside?
Yes, the security cameras are outside.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes, oh, yes, it is.
Does it say it in the, does it say it in our guidelines?
You should know, you've been doing this for so long. What do you know?
I just asked a question. Does it say,
It's outside.
it says outside cameras?
You didn't look at that one?
That's why I'm asking.
Oh, my God.
Mr. Attorney, does it state inside or
It's
outside?
outside. Security cameers are outside. This is, yes, it is.
No,
That is-
I've got
yes,
security
it is.
cameras in my house.
Well,
I do too.
But for EDC, it's outside.
Let's look at the rule.
Yeah.
When we applied, they didn't specify.
Let's look at
You
the.
read the guidelines.
Lamar,
They're in the guidelines.
Do you have them?
I'll have to go print them out real quick.
Please.
I don't have
I told them I'm gonna email you.
we'll get it, from him. Thank you. Sorry, it's gonna take so long.
No, look, this is for application. These are the approved
And,
invoices.
and I have a question,
And the approved.
and I'd like to get that question answered, please. Thank you.
But under advertising, it's saying 651.62, and this doesn't add up.
Yes, it does. Everything I did adds up.
Don't talk to me like that,
I
okay?
will.
Cause no, you're not, cause I'm
Yes,
not
I
the
will.
one. I'm not the one.
Oh,
I've
yes.
had enough.
I've had enough.
Okay, this turning into Beetlejuice every time we have a freaking meeting is enough.
That's a lie. These meetings have gone.
The last
as
3
smooth-
meetings
No.
have not.
No, they-
Yes, they have.
No, have not.
Yes, they have. The only difference is people making trouble. That's it.
Ms. Dugas,
No, don't start.
you might want to look at your next item because the numbers aren't adding up there either.
$76 is the landscape. The Avery I got today is $27.18. That is not included in the total that's on the agenda, so it has to be included. And I told you this.
We got that and we added that to this and it still doesn't add up to 651.
I told you that 651 is, it has to be amended.
Okay, and what's it gonna be amended to?
That's what I thought we were getting at. Because I have to add,
No, because you wouldn't listen to them.
yeah, no, see. What you don't understand.
While there's a moment, you might want to look at the item 19, because the numbers aren't adding up on that. It says 1964.25. I believe it's 1954.25.
Well, I have,
You might want to just
the folder here.
double check me too.
I have the folder. Okay. Avery. It's gonna be 27. So it would be you added 487.63 and you added 27.18, right? And you said it was 500.
Well, I re-added it again. It comes to 498.52.
The original one. 65.98.
No, I just. No reason for the person that goes with crime to be able to do it.
Exactly.
She did it to herself. I can't do it.
Ma'am,
No, I'm not. I don't care, baby. I don't care what you think. Go ahead, give me the evil eye. Gee, I'll sleep really good tonight. 27.18. All of these numbers added up perfectly.
So looking at the guidelines, I think my interpretation would be that because the item reads security/safety and then says outdoor and then says furniture/furnishings, that it doesn't appear to me that outdoor modifies security/safety. It appears that it modifies furniture/furnishings. The other items in these guidelines are exterior items with a few exceptions. One exception that I see is fire alarm systems, which could be an interior item. The rest of the items appear to be exterior items.
Well, the security cameras have always been an outside item. It's always been reimbursed that way. It had to be an outside item.
That may be, but I don't think it's clear from the guidelines that it is only outdoor cameras. It says security/safety, and then it says outdoor furniture/furniture.
That would mean you wouldn't, if you're going by what she's saying, you can't put a monitor inside because it's part of the security. And it's inside.
Fire alarm systems need to be indoors as well. That's my interpretation of what we have in the guidelines, right?
So I say reimburse the camera.
Oh, I'll second that.
Baden, you've been doing this for all these years and you know very well that the security cameras were always outside. Always.
Well, I'm not going off of what Mr. Baden's saying. I'm going off what I'm saying.
And I'm going off what has been done for, I don't know, what, 60 years in the EDC?
But our lawyer that we just agreed to
Yes, I
hire
understand
is
that. Thanks
saying,
very much.
yeah. You don't have to act towards people like that just because they
Don't tell me
disagree
what
with
to
you.
do.
I'm not
You
telling
can make
you.
things
I'm not
almost
telling you.
impossible.
Okay, let's finish this
Really?
order.
Yeah.
Really?
go.
I have made things?
It's okay.
It's okay to lie about me,
No, it's okay.
but that doesn't
It's okay
change
for
the
you to
truth
lie.
about you.
It's okay for you to lie.
Hey, come on, let's get done.
Nobody's plotting.
Oh, yes, you did. Okay, this is her application. I brought her folder and these are the copy of the receipts.
So what needs to be added? Just a security camera?
Well, the correct total is just on that.
Okay.
I think she has that. I don't know.
You do.
I do.
I think.
So the security camera would be part, no, that wouldn't be under exterior.
No, just being security.
The landscaping is 76.
Yes.
Okay, why just 76? I'm just
Because
curious.
It's 40% of 190.
Okay. Oh, she only has one box. I was thinking she had two.
She only has.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question, was the signage included at 100% coverage of $150 with benefits?
Yes. Okay, 65.98, 27.18, 29.97, 112.50, $72 and $180. I got 309.43. And that is because some of this was changed. That's the application.
Can we go through quick itemization and what?
The 180 and the 78 needed to be added on there for the t-shirts.
This is $65.98 for advertising business cards, $27.18 for, I think, business cards.
Okay, so she was putting on here the with tax.
The only one that
Nothing has tax in it.
No, on here, I'm saying she added tax on here is what I'm saying, not, these are different than what you did.
11250 is stickers, $72 is t-shirts, and $180 is t-shirts.
and the 11250 that somewhere does not have tax is what Hope Brings doesn't have tax. Because I ordered from them too.
I've already put that in here. And she already told me that.
And there was no tax on the Love on Lincoln shirts, so that's a
Anything
flat
that
rate.
had tax in it
Yeah.
was taken out before.
Yeah, I
So what's
just
the grand
stating that
total?
that's,
Miss Dugas, what's the grand total? That you want to give her? The grand total?
he's adding it up.
Oh, Lamar's that? Oh, okay. We'll get the.
309.43.
And that's going under private policy? Is that correct? No.
According to her, the receipts I received, $65.98, 27.18, $29.97, $150, $72, $180, and then she sent me one today for $27.
There's a receipt for $78 for t-shirts.
What?
There should be a receipt for $78 for t-shirts.
No, there's $72. There's a $72 receipt for t-shirts. There's 180.
It says 78 on here.
I thought it was like.
$72. $72. And then 27.18, that's 336.61. That was.
What's that, Lamar? Mr. Osler, do you have a total?
I'll make sure I got everything captured first.
Okay, if we find anything, if we find any pluses or minuses, can't we get and subtract later? Is that legal?
Yeah. If I,
Yeah, but then at the next meeting,
okay.
if we could go ahead and approve it, and if there's any pluses or minuses, we can take care of it at the next meeting. Can we do that?
No, I'm not doing this. We're gonna do this now.
Well,
You've made such a scene about this.
If I can just clarify with the rest of the board.
Please, so I can make my motion again.
Okay. 175,
One
Pond
time.
Festival. Nope,
Okay,
nope,
that's not-
that's not. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't go by what she wrote here. You have to.
Don't have that.
I have it right here. It's the book.
No, we're not gonna play them that.
Okay.
And the reason these totals change is because of the invoices and the receipts flying back and forth. So if you didn't tell me the last 3 meetings, something was wrong, it's because receipts.
No, nothing was wrong. It's the atmosphere, the way the arguing goes on.
Well, then,
it rattled
I don't
us.
argue unless somebody starts it with me. You start it with me, I'm gonna defend myself. That's the way it is. Okay. So her, that's every receipt and.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
In your email.
Still 18.
There was advertising in December that was reimbursed for $275. So I took that. She's well within the $2,500.
All right, so what's the, you still calculate, I'm sorry.
Advertised.
It's fucking.
This is this is signage. I know.
Can you say it one more time?
487.53 for advertising.
63, yes.
63, 487.63 for advertising. That's on my sticker on her application.
Okay.
The 150 for the exam.
The planner box.
$32,
32.
46.
And that would be, that's 40, but you have to take 40%.
That's not the 40%. That's
40%
of the 32.
if they're totally 32, then you have to take 40%. That would be.
Is that the total?
reimbursed.
Really? That gives me a total of $726.61.
$726, what?
726.61.
61. All right. So are we leaving? So the advertising goes at 487.63. Landscaping is what?
76.
Okay.
Sign is 150.
Yeah, but that's not on the motion.
Well, that is one of the things we were going to adjust was signage 150.
Signage 150. Okay.
So 726.61, is that the total?
That is total including the sign.
But this doesn't include the security
It
camera.
does include it.
It does. It was $12.98 right here for the security camera.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna amend my motion to add the landscaping at $76, the signage at $150, the advertising at $487.63 for a total of $726.61.
I see the original total is $727.62, so that's not wrong. But the problem was the invoices that kept coming, being moved.
Okay,
That's not part of my.
I second that amount, that motion.
$726.62.
Davis.
Aye.
Bowden. Mrs. Mouse. Yeah, this is the next application. Deliberating act on GED teacher.
Yes.
Deliberating act on GEDC grant reimbursement application for wildflower design and events located at 4320 Lincoln Avenue, Gross, Texas, 77619. Katie and David, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, are the owners. The reimbursement is for signs 1,248, advertising 383.99, landscape remodeling security 322.26, total reimbursement 1,964.25. Take breath of that.
That should be 1954.
$1,964.25.
It should be 1,900.
I make a motion that we deliberate and act on the GEDC grant reimbursement application for wildflower design and events located at 4320 Lincoln Avenue, Groves, Texas, 77619. Katie and David Zagaya are the owners. The reimbursement is for the signs at 1248, advertising for 383.99, landscaping, remodeling, security for 322.26. The total reimbursements are for $1,954.25.
Where do you get 54?
Well, I added it up.
Adding that all up. I'll second. By the way, my daughter has shopped at y'all's flower shop several times and loves it.
We're so proud.
She sends me a picture. She said, "Look how beautiful." So I can show you the text. So great job.
We love our little spot on LinkedIn. It's really great.
Awesome.
Where's what?
So there are no promotional items going to be added to this application.
If you have it in front of them.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Okay, her application is here in her folder. Right here in the folder. So the booth is not acceptable. And her signs are 1,248. Her advertising is $383.99. Now, what are you saying is wrong?
My advertisement, how similar. I have a receipt from One Hope Rings for $240 with no tax. I have another order from Vistaprint with t-shirts included. It was $136.76 with no tax.
Whoa.
Katie, did you turn those in?
Yes, sir, I did. They're all in the application.
Yeah.
I have some hard copies.
240 is in there. Advertising, I've got that receipt. It's in your application.
Okay. The total was at what, 380 some odd.
390.
So I had the 136.76 for t-shirts. Also had stickers for $143.99 without tax. And then I had an order for business cards, additional stickers, additional t-shirts, and that totaled to $493.95 without tax.
And those all went in with your other
Yes, sir.
application? They were on your application?
Yes, sir. I have the email and I did see Mr. Osley on that as well.
Well, probably do you have that?
Go print it out.
Look, this is her application, these are her receipts that she sent me, $143.99 and $240.
That's just for the $2,500 advertisement budget.
So is this the one you don't have?
This is for the 1240 on signage.
I've got the signage on here.
I'm just sharing.
Tell them what I did for you for signage.
She did. She contacted Royce Reads at Armadillo, which was really great, because the invoice did have tax added to it. So the figure is gonna come out different from where it's listed
She
there.
sent in the incorrect invoices.
It was the
She
only
sent me
invoice
the
that I
incorrect
had to
invoices and I had to go
You don't see?
call Roy
But
and I
give us-
got the corrected invoices because they were wrong.
Yes, I do thank you for that.
Sure. Now, are you talking about these business cards and stickers?
Yes, there's.
Okay, no. See, we had a conversation about this and you told me, after none of this adds up, and you told me that you had changed the totals to where they included tax. You were supposed to send me a changed.
You never requested that.
Yes, I did over the phone.
Okay,
There's no record of.
can I interrupt for just 1 second,
Hold on,
please?
just a
No, I'd
minute.
just like to interrupt for a second. Can we please go on and say y'all,
This is the incorrect information. They don't add up, and you said you would send me corrected invoices on this.
Those
just-
are correct invoices.
that's
No,
okay.
it's not.
You just have to.
Can you,
You told me.
would
this
you
is
send them
not
in
right.
next month and let us look at next meeting, ma'am?
You told me that this included tax, and I said I cannot include sales tax, we don't reimburse sales tax. You said you would send me
I
the
did not.
corrected invoices.
I told you that you
And
could
no,
just add the
you-
line items.
no,
It's really not hard.
No, you said that you had changed this. Because
I
you said
did not
this
say that.
didn't-
And that was a phone
Yes, you
conversation.
did.
You have absolutely no record of that.
Well, you're a piece of work, aren't you?
Miss Dugas, would you please
No,
refrain
because I know what
from
she's
talking
doing.
to the citizens like that?
She's
Do you
doing this.
realize how bad you're making the city look?
You make the city look.
I do.
Anti-business.
I,
You have made the
This is the only man
EDC.
that's been.
I'm a
working.
businessman in the city of Groves. What are you talking about?
You have made this a battleground instead of doing the right thing.
Ms. Dugas, you're the only one raising your voice here. I've been replying very nicely.
Oh,
to you
I'm
the
so
entire
glad
time.
you're so pious about this. Right. Okay.
If we
Here
could
it is.
just address, if we have questions about the advertising, maybe we'll just
These
wait
are
on the
receipts
advertising
that were
and,
supposed to be corrected and sent to me, and they were not.
and those receipts related to advertising?
Yes.
Okay,
So everybody gets a
And they were
reimbursement check
not
for that.
sent to me correctly.
well, if I'm,
Because they included sales tax.
if we can go ahead and address the reimbursement regarding the signs, the landscape remodel security.
There are mistakes on the security as well.
No, there isn't. It's 40%. And I have the invoices right here.
There are mistakes on my entire application. I would really love if the entire committee went over my application and double checked everything. If I have to wait for that,
Piece
then
of
I
table
understand.
and readdress this next month, so we can get the review properly.
Your application included spotlights for the front of the building, 3359. Your application included another spotlight for the building.
Would it be okay if we
36,
tabled this till next month so we can get this right?
3359.
I understand you need to,
Your
but I prefer it to be
application
right.
included numbers, which is 4 times 7 is 28.
She can also take what's here, we can fix it later. Is that right?
That was your
Okay.
application
Yeah,
for
we
security.
can do that.
Approve what you'd like to approve of it.
Yes,
Hold other items.
right, can we do that?
Your application also included door locks.
Would you accept that,
for the
ma'am?
Front door, which is $240.
Okay.
It's reimbursed.
That is security.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Security.
We'll investigate it all. and take
Baby,
care.
you don't run this,
Neither do you.
Yes,
You
I
don't
do.
own it. You do not own this, okay?
It.
You don't
And
own it.
I know what you're doing.
So I'm making a motion right now that we accept and pay wildflower design and events located.
Invoices. When I ask for correct invoices.
We will pay what she
send
gave you.
those in.
She will accept it.
I
as
will
what
not
you
change
give.
the rules for you or anyone else.
We're not changing any rules like that.
And follow the rules.
Who's writing all this down?
Invoice.
Never sent me.
That's okay, Mary. It's not worth it.
No, we were on the phone and I told
Let's
you
pay
I
for
needed
this
these
pay.
corrected invoices. And you said you would send them to me.
19,
did
did I say that? We made a motion and it was seconded to pay $1,954.25. Did I make that motion? Yes, ma'am. Miss President, I'm asking for a record vote. And that is the proper channels. I'm asking for a record vote on this item.
Which item?
The item for Miss. Okay.
Are you
For
talking about
the
signage?
deliberate and act on the.
Signage.
I'm talking about the $1,954.25 that we have agreed to, if what you said the invoices were. I'm asking for a
They're
record
right
vote.
here.
I'm just asking for a record
Right
vote.
here.
I'm asking for a record vote. We've already made a motion, we've already had a second, and we've had a discussion. All I'm asking is for a record vote.
It's appropriate to take the vote this time.
Thank you, sir.
Mark McAdams. Mr. Canitas.
Aye.
Sydney Bowden.
Aye.
Aye. Rhonda Dugas. No.
Yep.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
We have the last two.
That's my.
Oh,
Love it.
we don't get any
Yes.
We'll have to have,
She loves you. Wayne.
Thank you so much.
okay, John.
We done?
She said we didn't need to make any comment. She adjourned the meeting.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go ahead and make a comment. To all those that applied, I appreciate y'all's, application. I want to apologize on my behalf if anything here made you uncomfortable or anything like that. That's not my agenda at all.
Oh, yes.
I want to apologize, and all I wanted to see it in handwriting, in black and white.
What kind of name? Lebanese. Ah, very good. I'm Greek, so. All about the same water?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
What's that? Absolutely, gotta love it. Don't care about it. It's a good care.
I don't know. Oh, and on my behalf, I would like to say that I don't appreciate Sidney Baden making a fool of himself. And I don't appreciate Sidney Baden doing everything he can to destroy the EDC.
Name and address, sir. My name is Daryl Gonzalez, live at 3200 East Parkway in Ward 4, City of Groves. I've lived there for 30 plus years. Good evening, and thank y'all for allowing me to speak to you. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a retired firefighter of almost 33 years from the city of Fort Ogden. Within that tenure, I've held multiple offices from committees to president of my local. I was graciously elected to the office of District 4 Vice President of the Texas State Association of Firefighters, in which I held that office for 10 years. I represented 42 locals across Mid, East, and Southeast Texas. I presently hold the title of Vice President Emeritus of the Texas State Association of Firefighters for life. I'll tell you this so you will know that I've been involved and presided over countless meetings, hearings, court cases, arbitration cases, meetings and hearings at the state, city, and federal levels. In all these cases, there has been heated debate, but I've never been involved in a meeting or a hearing as to what I saw in our Groves EDC last month. The contentiousness, the rudeness, and lack of decorum was appalling. The way the president of the EDC spoke to our business owners and fellow members was outrageous. We all know that attracting new business to establish in Groves is hard. We as a city and its EDC should do whatever we can to attract new and strive to keep established businesses here in our city. How can we do that? When they in the public witnessed on video, the banner or lack of, in which the president of our EDC speaks to the public, the business owners of our city, and her fellow members. Then she goes on Facebook and local news and continues her attacks. I know y'all have seen the post and watched the news coverage. There are a few things I'd like to bring to your attention. First, she claims she has the right to say whatever.
Mr. Gonzalez, please keep it broad. Do not pinpoint any one particular person on the EDC, please.
Yes, sir. All right. When you speak to somebody, you don't have the, as a public citizen, you have the right to speak however you want, say whatever you want. But let's see, I can believe when you do that. But as a representative of our city, you don't have that. The first thing I would like to point out is in the posting. Well, again, I don't know if I can say this also. And I'll skip to this thing. Next, presiding over the meeting is the president's job to keep decorum in the meeting and not to spin it out of control. The job of the president is to stay calm and redirect the meeting if it does get out of control. Our business owners are there for financial help and reimbursement according to the guidelines to help their businesses thrive. If they feel that the numbers being presented to the committee are wrong, this is their time to speak up, not as an argument, but to help clarify what they're asking for. Watching the video of the meeting, in my opinion, that is what she was trying to do. And the other EDC members were perceptive of this. during the meeting, because of the questioning of the numbers, the meeting was abruptly tried to be adjourned in an illegal manner. When questioned to the attorney whether that could happen or not, he tried to explain that that is an illegal proceeding to try to adjourn without, in just a matter of, you should know, throwing down the gavel and saying it's over. You cannot do that. Okay, President should strive to make sure that all business conducted in the EDC is correct and helpful to our business owners. And at this point, the meeting totally got out of control with people yelling at each other, telling each other one should leave, the other should leave. Again, to try to be adjourned illegally. I could go on about the meeting, but we all seen it, so we all know what happened. Now let's get back to a post that I read on Facebook about the EDC meeting. In that post, there were name calling. There was supposedly the business owners are demanding money, which I never heard that. The rest of the EDC members there were trying to get this problem taken care of, and so the business owners give it their money. Sometimes if they don't, that could cause them to close, not having that funds. It was only, again, I've got it written down what I wanted to say, but I'm trying to keep up what you're asking for. The owner would have to wait a whole month in order to get that money if the meeting, if it would have been tabled because of her trying to explain to the EDC members what her case was. And when you're standing in front of a committee, such as I am now, as a business owner, and I am not, but I've been involved with plenty of them, it is their time to speak, just like it's my time to speak now. To try to shut that down is unconstitutional. They should be able to speak and try to get the numbers right to all committee members. That way, the committee members can make the logical, knowledgeable decision. When you call citizens, council members, and business owners and leaders of our committee enemies of the city, that's taking it too far. Everyone here is here to help our city, I would hope. And I would hope that all EDC members are there to help the city and the business owners. If a president of a committee cannot control themselves, then how do you expect the rest of the committee to control themselves? It is the president's job to keep the meeting civil, to produce the best outcome for all involved. When you try to shut somebody down from speaking, especially when they're asking for funding, in my opinion, that's abuse of power. As a president, we have some power. That power should be used to help, not to hurt. When you try to shut somebody down from giving you, all they're trying to do is get the right information out. That is abuse of power. And it's uncalled for, especially through a city sanctioned meeting. So in closing, I would just like to say that, in my opinion, I believe we need a new EDC president, one that'll work for others, with others, and try to get the business of the city done to help our business owners and not hurt them. Thank y'all for letting me speak to you today.
Thank you, Mr. Goodall.
Of course you will.
Resolution 2024-09. Resolution of the City Council of the City of Groves, Texas, removing council member Rhonda Dugas from the Groves Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors, condemning, denouncing, and apologizing for the conduct of the September 23rd, 2024 meeting and the treatment of those with business before the board, and the censoring of City Council member Rhonda Dugas. Whereas on December 7th, 2020, Ward 4 City Council Member Rhonda Dugas join the Groves Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors. Whereas Councilmember Dugas was entrusted with the office of President of the Groves EDC Board on October 23rd, 2023. Whereas Article 3.02 of the Groves Economic Development Corporation bylaws state that the Board of Directors shall serve at the pleasure of the City Council. Whereas Section 6.d of Council Decorum and Procedures Policy requires that the conduct of council members in their official affairs be above reproach. Whereas on September 23rd, 2024, Groves Economic Development Corporation Board meeting, council member and Groves Economic Development Council. President Dugas failed as presiding officer to maintain decorum in the meeting. And whereas at the same EDC meeting and over the following several days, social media council member and the EDC President Dugas harassed and belittled Economic Development Corporation colleagues, as well as members of the public who had business before the Groves EDC board. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Groves that it is no longer the pleasure of the City Council for Rhonda Dugas to serve on the Board of Directors of the Groves Economic Development Corporation. And two, the Groves City Council expresses its sincere apologies to those who attended or may have viewed the September 23rd, 2024 EDC board meeting for the conduct of the meeting and the treatment of those with business before the board. And number three, the Groves City Council condemns and denounces Councilmember Dugas' attack on colleagues and citizens in the strongest possible terms and finds such behavior irreconcilable with the responsibilities of the Groves City Council member, an officer and member of the Groves Economic Development Corporation. Number four, City Council member and Groves EDC President Rhonda Dugas shall be censured with the public reading of this resolution. Passed, approved, and adopted at the regular meeting of the City Council, City of Groves, held on the 7th day of October 2024. Do we have any discussion? There's no discussion. We'll vote on the motion.
For everyone to get their say-so out. My name is Rhonda Dugas. I am a whistleblower in Groves, Texas. I have exposed the plan and the modus operandi of the good old boy political machine and lobbyists. They have many factions and tentacles in every area of our life. This incident has been a psychological study in the mean girl syndrome, the herd mentality, kangaroo court, with Chris Bourne as the leader of it all. I have apologized to the city through my interview with KFDN, even though I was still being attacked by Sydney Baden and Katie Zagiv as she increased her campaign against me by her fantasy that the downtown businesses are afraid of me.
Point of order,
She has
Mayor, I thought we
intensified
weren't
and
gonna call out people's
accelerate her
names.
political agenda to interfere in this election and the influence its outcome.
Ms. Dugas, Councilmember Dugas, I'm going to ask you to stop. I'm going to ask you to stop one more time. Councilmember Dugas, I'm going to ask you to stop. If you do not stop, you will be removed from this meeting.
Everybody has had their say-so. You had your say-so. I have a right to have mine. They need to know what really happened. They need to know that you and Sydney Baden set me up. You've been planning this for a long time. They need to know that those applications were correct. They need to know.
Councilmember Dugas, please contain yourself and act in a civil manner.
You contain yourself. You have sat up here.
Ms. Dugas, if you cannot contain yourself, you will be removed from this meeting.
You better do it with handcuffs and arrest me. You got it?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I have a right to have my say-so. You've let other people have their say-so against me. You read your say-so
Councilmember
against me.
Dugas,
I
I'm gonna
have a
ask
right
you
to my say-so.
keep it civil.
This is civil. Oh, this is civil. You
Calling
have
people
time
names.
after time, yelled and hollered and screamed at me and pitched fit in these meetings against me. You have verbally abused me for over 2 years. Not one man
on this council stood up and told you no.
I'm gonna ask you to stop what you're doing. You can speak your piece. But as I've instructed everyone else,
Oh, no.
no name calling
These
and no pointing
are
people out.
involved in it. Sidney Baden, you, others, Pete Canitas, they're all involved.
Councilmember
in it.
Dugas, if you can't refrain from that, I will have you removed.
Okay, you better get the handcuffs and arrest me. And you better make those charges stick.
I had a point of order call.
I don't
Which
care
means
what
it will
you
revert
call
back to the vote.
Sidney Baden escalated that difference of opinion strictly because I won't allow.
Councilmember Dugas, please stop.
I won't allow him to make rules that would interfere and hurt the businesses in Groves. I stopped him from doing that. That made him angry. And you.
Are there any other
you have lied
discussions?
Time after time to this city and these people in the city.
Councilmember Dugas, I'm not gonna let you call me a liar, so please stop. Just please stop. Just stop.
I've helped businesses in Groves. I've been doing it for 4 years. Not one person has ever been afraid of me.
There's no other discussion. We can vote on the motion.
I'm not finished. I'm not through. Your little friend, Mr. Gonzalez stood up here and talked about Facebook. What about the Facebook that's been against me? I communicated with 3 attorneys. 3 attorneys. I'm gonna sue Katie Zagib for what she said against me on Facebook.
Please stop attacking the citizens.
You brought social media up.
Please stop.
In this resolution. Every attorney told me that I cannot sue. She has protection and I have no protection under the law. So Petey, you might want to take a little bit of notes on that one.
You'll refer to people on this council as council member.
Oh, excuse me, Councilman Member Canitas.
Call the question.
Point of order has been called. Question's been asked. We will vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem McAdams.
Aye.
Councilmember Canitas.
Aye.
So
Councilmember Oliver. Councilmember Dugas.
No, I slammed responded.
Motion passes.
I proved those lies were. This is what you did.
Please stop.
You let them, but you won't let me have my say so. You won't let
We're
me
going to
have
move
my
on with
freedom
this
of
meeting.
speech, but you let everyone else have it.
Item 17, deliberate and act on the October 7th, 2024 meeting.
Rhonda Dugas, 6079 Smith Street. First, I will say it's been a pleasure working with Mr. Crew. And to the city employees, you're welcome. I have provided for 2 years relief from the heavy health insurance fees you have had to pay. None of you came and thanked me for that, so you're welcome. I am the whistleblower of Groves. I will continue to whistleblow on the corrupt criminal fascist born in his criminal mafia. I am also a citizen journalist, and I'm your worst nightmare. I know your dirty little secrets, Born. I've had complaint after complaint about you and your mafia gang. You shred the Constitution of the First Amendment rights, and the people of this city don't care enough to stop you. You shred and violate the Open Meeting Act, and you destroy the fabric of this city and the community with your good old boy ghouls. You have sat in that seat and blown up our city with your consolidation of power to control every, and I mean every, organization in this city. You said you would burn our city down, and you have. Money laundering, kickbacks, money missing from the city. Where's the $300,000 that could have been used for the forensic audit I demanded in 2022? And remember, you're the one that asked if your business would be audited. You covered up those financial crimes in this city and you had help. Chris Bourne and his criminal entrapment scheme against me continued with the con run against this city during the fraudulent election of Ward 4. You and your criminal corrupt entrapment schemers, Baden, Letha Canals, Ray Gay, who's your special girl, and talk to the press about it. Criminals Katie Zagib, Canitas, McAdams.
Welcome to politics.
Shut up. You don't get to talk now. This isn't your time, Petey.
What you told me.
No, you don't get to talk now.
Ma'am, I'll let you say all the dirty things you want about me, but please keep it to me.
You paraded your political paramours in front of the city council to try to degrade me, marginalize me, destroy my reputation, cast doubt on my character and integrity, while your little Leroy was threatening my life at city council and my work, and the units of city council sat here with a closed mouth, and you smiled and let him do it. You organized and sent every single person and gang that came to city council meetings to try to destroy me, spewing their hatred and malice against me, while you, the real corrupt culprit, was lauded as a king. I know how corrupt you are, Bourne, and the entire city will know about your criminal activity. You want to stop the Mexican cartel gangs? Bourne's to blame. You want to stop the ID thefts that prey on people's phones and steal their SIM cards? Bourne is to blame. You want to stop the motorcycle gangs that terrorize the elderly of Groves and scare them out of this city? Bourne is to blame. The crime list goes on and on. Citizens of Groves that are scared of the police and Bourne. But I'm not scared of your corrupt, fascist, criminal self. When I leave this office, I had better not be harassed by anyone receiving a paycheck from the taxpayer of Groves. You and your criminal mafia members had better watch what you do, because I will fight back. The crimes in this city are being covered up by Bourne, and you are to blame. He controls the police, and I love the police. I've always supported them. Now they answer to Bourne. My city is in desperation and strangled by your corrupt fascist plan you carried out with the chamber, planning and zoning, EDC, and my position as city councilwoman. You use the people of this city as stepping stones just to get their vote so you can get what you want, and you violate their constitutional rights. I know it all, Warren. I know all of it. You are an evil, evil filth, and if you think you're going to be elected as judge in Burnett's place, I will make sure this county knows about your fascist, corrupt, criminal activities, and you can kiss that goodbye. You special girl, honey. The whole city knows what you've done. Kiss my ass.
Citizens have spoken.
Pete.
Shut up, Pete.
Freedom of speech.
Shut up, little Petey.
Hey, both of y'all stop. Any other citizen comments?
Headquarters, and tonight we're highlighting the race for the Groves Ward 4 City Council seat. Incumbent Rhonda Dugas is fighting to keep her seat from challengers Ray Shauna Gay and Kyle Hollier. Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Claydra Rhodes. Jordan has the night off. 12 News reporter Ebony Coleman was able to speak with Dugas and Gay. We reached out to Hollier multiple times, but he refused to speak. Ebony joins us live from Groves tonight with the candidates' messages to voters. Ebony.
Sorry, Claydra, incumbent Dugas is fighting for her third term, serving as Ward 4 councilman in that seat, while Gay is a newcomer who believes her strong ties in the community makes her the best fit for the job. Incumbent Rhonda Dugas, Ray Shauna Gay, and Kyle Hollier are all hoping voters will elect them to represent Ward 4 on Grove City Council.
I believe that they should re-elect me because I have been true and honest with them.
For almost 4 years, Gay has owned a small beauty business. She believes the city could use fresh blood.
I am bringing fresh ideas to the city, and I feel like there needs to be some change.
12 News reached out to the race's third candidate, Kyle Hollier, multiple times, but he refused to participate in this piece. Meanwhile, Gay believes her long list of accomplishments and community mindset will help her stand out at the polls.
I host quarterly events at my shop, trying to collaborate some businesses to get together. I've won Small Business of the Year. I'm on the Senior Citizen Board.
Dugas says her 50 years working in accounting and bookkeeping gives her an upper hand.
The studying with the IRS rules and laws and regulations and things like that prepared me very well for understanding different government ways of doing things and their financial system.
Dugas says if reelected, she plans to bring new solutions about costly utility upgrades and freedom of speech at council meetings.
We need to get the wastewater treatment plant fixed without putting our grandchildren and great-grandchildren in tremendous debt. I want them to be able to come to city council under citizen comments and say whatever they want.
Gay says her main focus will be more support for small businesses.
We want small businesses to come here and want to stay here. It's not really the case right now.
The Groves Activity Center is the only early voting location here in the city. It'll be open tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Groves, Ebony Coleman, 12 News.
I've been relieved of your duties. The new council members will take their oath of office and sit in these seats. Ma'am, you will watch your mouth.
Oh, I am watching it.
Thank you, Paul.
And let me tell you something. The city knows.
Last time.
She talked to the press
Last
about
time.
it. She talked to the press. You fool.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. I do appreciate the opportunity for the last 4 years.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
I didn't know you were waiting for me. The crime you committed against me will not go unpunished. And all your criminal schemers, entrapment criminal schemers will be punished.
Either take a seat in the audience or leave.
Shut up. Criminal.
Classy.
Shut up.
Still waiting on those
Kiss my ass.